Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's having a good morning so far. I hope you're trading well. I hope you guys had a great holiday and you were able to be safe. I've only taken one trade this morning. I missed two. And the one trade that I took lost. And we are here. Let's see. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you this morning? Yes, I am on time. I think the last time I was streaming, I was on a phone call until like 9:15. But I am here. I am here. Actually mad at myself for not trading on Wednesday because I did not expect Wednesday. I guess that's kind of my fault. I'm so used to half days being actual holidays. And I remember when I was trying to look for this same scenario last year, I couldn't. My charts wouldn't load for whatever reason. So I was just like, well, forget it. We're just going to treat it like a holiday half day and not trade because it's probably not going to be great volume or volatility. That was not the case. It was not the case. So that was my fault. Absolutely my fault. And I think that particular day when I went and looked, there was like 9 setups that day. So definitely my fault. I won't be doing that again. But it was cool to have 2 days off. Not wake up early. But yeah, so hopefully the rest of the session I can get some good trades. Thus far I've only had 3 valid trades and I missed 2 of them. I sat out of one and then just completely missed the second one. Actually, I think I sat out of 2 and missed one. The first one I would have had to manually break even so quickly, so I sat out of that one. The second time is set up the exact same way but further away from the bias change zone. So I wanted to see it work out, I guess. The third one I just completely missed. There. That was a pretty hard rejection immediately. Yeah, I knew that would happen. Wait, why am I still in the... So I was stopped out of my leader, but not the follower. I mean, stopped out of my follower, but not the leader. Oh, because of the entry prices. Whatever, I'll take it. That one little tick screwed me. It hit my stop loss to the T. That's what I get for being nosy. I was trying to look at that one and just completely missed that one, but whatever. Y'all, it's been so much drama. People are weird. All right. The past 2 days were mad boring. Good morning, Trenches. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. How was you guys' holiday? Top step takes forever to send the first payout. You're losing you still haven't gotten it? And all they do is talk about fast payouts. Sorry to see all those other people commenting on your video. One, they are weird. If you guys are ever bored, go to the first video that has this same thumbnail, whatever day that was. It was the day that I talked about the Lanto guy. If you look at the comment, these people are brainless. As a matter of fact, towards the end of this stream, I might just put their comments up on the stream because they are literally brainless. And there's one dude who I literally, when the Discord got shut down, he came back to the video and was like, now that the Discord is shut down, who are you going to moderate now? And I just commented and said, why are you so obsessed with interacting with me? Because at this point, it's a literal obsession. I am 1,000. You guys know I am 1,000% okay with great discussions. But what you're not going to do is insult me. That's what you're not going to do. Because then I'm going to have to get at you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not for all of that. One dude told me I was using my last 2 brain cells to defend a company that I work for. And I had to let him know, you're using your last 2 brain cells because you think I work for Apex. That within itself invalidated everything else that you said. And y'all know I don't defend Apex, but what I do use is a combination of common sense and public data. Okay? What you're not going to sit here and tell me is that they paid out, they approved 11,000 payouts, over $18 million since June 19th, but they're running out of money because they did not pay this one person. That's what you're not going to do. That's not defending Apex. That's called fucking common sense. I mean, just stupid. Then one guy, he actually was pretty respectful. I think he was the first one to comment. He was like, couple of things here. The first thing he said was, you know, he doesn't do signals and he bans people who do signals and he doesn't like people talking about signals, blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, on his website, he calls it call outs because he said he doesn't do signals. He just points out points of interest or calls out points of interest on his stream. Points of interest is signals, guys. Okay. It just is. Because if you are, where is this at? Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay. I wasn't missing that. I couldn't see the POI. I mean, the POC at first. But, if you are trading, let's say supply and demand, or because I think I heard that he trades ICT or something, FEGs. What? I don't know. I don't give a damn how he trades. Okay. But if you have a zone that you are looking at and you say, guys, I am looking to take a sale at any point in this zone, that is a signal. Point of interest, signal, it's all the same thing when you are trading the way that they trade. Okay. But it's hilarious that that person tried to tell me that that wasn't a problem when on his own Twitter, in one of the comments of his tweets, he said that he was under investigation for providing signals. But these people are brainless. Like, just shut up. And then, I guess he made some kind of tweet saying that Apex employees were lying on him or making false accusations. At first, it didn't say on their stream, okay? Ooh. I think I just got put in double orders. I did. So I just broke even there because I was not supposed to be in double orders. And I'm glad the target got filled because I would have lost. But anyway, yeah, it said that Apex employees were making false accusations about him on their streams. When he said on their streams, I immediately knew that he was talking about me. And I knew that the video got posted somewhere because there's over 1,000 views on there. Okay. My streams don't do that well yet. You know what I mean? So I already knew. First of all, I never made any false accusations. I went back and watched the video and had one of my trading buddies go watch that portion of the video as well to make sure that I did not make any false accusations. The only thing I did was make general comments based on you being under investigation. And I even made general comments about what other people have been dealing with because of group trading and things like that. Don't lie. I went back and watched it to make sure. The only thing that I said specific to him is that if they do deny his payout for something that he is doing, like, you know, that's prohibited, I guarantee you he will not be honest about it. And what I meant about that was not like if he's doing signals. I meant more of like if he got to account, you know, things like that that would get you banned. I said, I guarantee you he would not be honest about it. That's the only thing that I said. Other than that, I didn't make any false accusations, and I'm not a freaking Apex employee. So if you're going to say, all I did was speak about my opinion, which I am 1000% entitled to, just like his minions think they're entitled to, you know, their opinion about me and my trading. The one guy who's obsessed with me was like, well, he said, I think he said my opinion didn't matter because I'm not a profitable trader. I said, well, he said something else because I remember that I was real smart aleck in my response. And I'm like, so you're going based off of what exactly? Because of me documenting my journey of creating a strategy from scratch? How do you know how profitable I am or have been based on that? That doesn't even make sense. He's like, I watched all your videos and you have no, you know, we're going to put the comments up here. We're going to put the comments up here a little bit later because it just didn't make sense. And then he came back again and talked about my profitability. And I'm like, are you an idiot? If I cared about losing in front of people while literally creating a strategy, don't you think I just wouldn't be on YouTube? I've specifically said that I am documenting my journey of creating a strategy. How am I supposed to be profitable with this strategy from jump? That doesn't even make sense. You people are brainless. If you're going to come to me and try to argue, have conversation, whatever, at least come with logistical facts and make fucking sense. Because I make sense. You guys don't. It's insane, you guys. It's literally insane. I don't understand. I don't. You're waiting on 3 approvals from Apex. Ooh. Good morning, True Seeker. Good morning. Good morning. You just got off 2 hours ago? My gosh. I went to 3 different places yesterday, and y'all should be really proud of me because 3 in one day is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. I can't take it. I went to my mom's side had a picnic from 12 to 6. I didn't get there till like 2:30 because it's too hot at 12 o'clock. And then from there, I went to my cousin on my donor side from like, I don't know, I was probably there from maybe like 5:30 to about 9 o'clock. And then I met back up with my sister and my cousins at the bowling alley. And we were there till probably like 11:30 or something. I was tired. Very tired. Pre-market, I was looking at my ATM strategies for larger accounts. Accidentally left on the strategy. Oh, shoot. Well, at least you immediately close. No, you shouldn't be denied for inconsistency. Not for stuff like that, because they understand that like traders, they go on tilt. They make mistakes. Now, one guy had came in the Discord probably like a week ago and said something like that. He was like, "Oh, I accidentally traded 8 contracts." We're like, "Okay, so for like just one trade, did you close it immediately?" He's like, "For the whole day." Of course, you're gonna be denied for inconsistency because come on now, you knew, you knew, you knew. You did it the whole day, and you normally trade one contract. Hell no, you're not gonna be approved. What's wrong with you? But no, you should be okay. One, you should. You're exhausted with 99% of the trading community. I am too, and I feel like it's because most of them came from Forex. That is a toxic ass place. Yes, the back and forth is just weird. It's very weird. And if you notice, like, I do understand that the majority of the trading community are men, and no offense to men in here, but if you notice, it's so crazy how, like, men in everyday life talk about how women gossip and they just are so catty and stuff. But in these little smaller communities, that's all you see is the men being catty and gossiping. And like, there's a rumor out here that Daryl and his staff, no, I don't think it says staff. It said Daryl and somebody else are going to jail for fraud. Why do you people do stuff like this? I literally don't understand. Why do you have so much time on your hand that even if this man is going to jail, what does it matter to you? What does it matter? What does it matter? And then, like, I saw something on Twitter. Somebody said something about this is them initiating Princess B, the mod, into being a mod again or something like that. This is how you know people don't have brains, okay? She is way more than just a mod. She's like in the corporate side. And there's a lot that she does on the corporate side. She is not low on the totem pole. So it's like, I just don't get people. And now Apex is about to close down and they're losing money because they closed the damn Discord. First of all, do y'all understand? Let me tell y'all something. They have been wanting to restructure this Discord for a very long time. However, they could not. Why? Because all the DCA drama came out. Then you had all the back-to-back rhythmic issues. You had some TDV issues sprinkled in that. Then you had the rebilling issue. There were so many issues that they could not do it. So because for the last few days, they already had Grays not able to talk. So it's pretty peaceful. And then you had a holiday on top of that. You know what? This is the best time for us to shut this down so we can restructure it the way that we want it to be. It's literally that simple. It does not take all of that. Like, people act like a company has to have a Discord. So if I don't have a Discord anymore, my company's shutting down. Are you people? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know why those people commenting are obsessed with defending a guy who you spoke about for like 2%. Exactly. I talked about him for like, I don't even think it was 5 minutes. If it was 5 minutes, it was 5 minutes of a 2-hour stream. Are you for real? Are you for real? Are you for real? Because I'm confuzzled. I'm very confuzzled. Why? The obsession is nuts. And I get having dedicated followers. I have no issue with that. I get you. Kudos to you. And then, like, the guy who was talking about how he doesn't do signals, he was like, he didn't send people to the Discord. Where the fuck did I say that? I never said that man sent those people to that Discord to raid the channel. That's not what I said. I didn't even mention him when I said that. I just said his people raided the Discord, and I and a bunch of other people had to time them out for a day, and some of them got banned because of the stuff that they said. I never said, hey, he went and told his minions to come into the Discord chat. I never said that. I never did. If you're going to address me, at least address what I actually said. And still, they couldn't explain. So when the guy was talking about how, they singled him out, I said, so how come Alpine, Trades by Matt. None of these other YouTubers have ever been put under investigation. I asked him, how come? Here you go. Well, he's made more money than them, so that's why. What? What? Again, Trades by Matt withdrew $309,000 in 85 trading days. Did he get denied for DCA? Absolutely. But at no point was his account under investigation. So again, why did they single this one guy out? Nacho, the mod, made $1 million in 17 trading days. Was immediately asked to go live. He declined. They gave him a $982,000 payout. Why didn't they put him under investigation first? Now, he made more money than that dude. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. And the thing is, when he insulted me for having 2 brain cells, it was because I specifically said in my first response to him that I want people, I said something like, this is the problem when people make comments and they don't think things through or something. Or I said, like, I have a problem with like people making comments and not thinking things through. That's the only thing I said. I didn't say he was an idiot, he's stupid, he's ignorant. I didn't say none of that. I said he didn't think things through because you didn't think things through. What? Again, I didn't even know who this dude was. He didn't know who I was, I'm pretty sure. I didn't know who he was before his people just raided the chat. The only opinion I have about him is based on knowing his account is under investigation. And what did I say? It got to be more than DCA. DCA, they tell you it's DCA. If it's contract inconsistency, they tell you it's contract inconsistency. So it has to be something more than that. That's the only thing I said. That's not knowing insider information. That's none of that. That's just, again, having common damn sense. But yeah, my rant is over. Like I said, I'll show you guys the damn comments later because it's insane to me. It's insane that people have this much time on their hands to I didn't want to take that. Yeah, people have this much time on their hands to just be so ugh. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't. This trade worked out, but I didn't take it because it touched the half trend, like I guess it's like a trail and stop or whatever. And I remember a lot of times that doesn't work out. Like I don't want my bar to touch any trail and stop level before it gets into the trade. Like I think it was maybe Wednesday, it happened twice. Different trade, but it happened twice, and one of them it won, one of them it lost. A lot of times it just loses or is pretty break even. So yeah, I just don't like for it to touch the level. Outside of that, it was a great setup, but I just didn't like that part. But yeah, to no one's surprise, I'm hungry. No surprise here. No surprise here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty hungry myself, but I didn't really eat very much yesterday. Like at the picnic, I think I only had a hot dog and some baked beans, like a small portion of it, because they had a lot of chicken and they did have hamburgers, but if I have hamburgers, it needs to be like a burger, like from a restaurant or something, a fast food restaurant. But I'm pretty sure all the other meat was pork, probably. It was all pork and chicken. So I was a little screwed. Then when I went to my cousin's house, she had like, I remember she had a couple pans of fried rice, but it had eggs in it, so I couldn't eat that. So I just had meatballs and fruit and rotel. So I'm pretty hungry myself. I think I'm gonna actually break my fast a little early today. Just a tad. Just a tad. All right, let me, actually, I don't want to dry yet. All right, let's see. What level is that? Oh, that was just that prime high over there, which doesn't matter anymore. So two should be 160 something. All right. 176, 172. Okay, now I'm thoroughly confused. What, okay, wait. Did this thing desync? No. Why is my, hold on, I'm trying to see why my P&L is so different. Oh, that trade lost, but that one won. Okay, that's why. Okay. Can't take that. Good morning. I'm not getting your notification. Oh, good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? Yeah, I don't know what's up. YouTube has been doing that for a very long time. YouTube has unsubscribed me from people if I haven't been like on a certain channel in a long time. Like they do their own thing. So I'm not surprised. I lost so much in seconds with accidentally using the wrong ATM strip, and now I'm forced to trade micros and hope. I'm sorry to hear that. Your Tradeovate accounts are delayed? Uh-oh. Like the data on them, or you actually receiving them? Only had 3 trading days on that PA. Was at $2,000 balance after accidentally. Woo! You made $100 back so far with micros in the last 30 minutes. You got some work to do, my friend, but you got it. You didn't get to 2,000 on accident, so you got it. Coming $40 from liquidation is crazy. Oh, if you guys are ever wondering, I know that some people use Guardian Angel Trader for Rhythmic and NinjaTrader if you want a program that will kind of like stop you out at a certain loss. But I know a lot of people are tired of paying for stuff. There is an indicator from Mass Capital or Moz Capital that is free. It's in their free bundle. And I had mentioned it in the mod group, and one of them actually ended up downloading it and said that it works really, really well. It's Moz Capital. I was about to say capital. mozcapital.uk. And they have when you go to their site, you're going to click here where it says 8 free, whatever that just said. And what's included, if you go, I actually really like this indicator too. I used to use it a long time ago. I didn't like use it to determine my entries or anything, but it was really nice. It's this one, the account loss limit. It's pretty nice. But yeah, if you're ever interested and want something like that. The data is delayed. I'm still having issues with Top Step. No trades for 3 days now. Wait, you're having issues with TDV or Top Step? Horrible week. No trades for 3 days now. How come the data's delayed? I know I've heard people saying that their trading view data will end up being delayed, and it's usually, I don't remember if it's something that they can do without contacting support, but I know for sure, obviously, that sometimes you do have to contact support. Excuse me. I feel like there was a trade earlier. Yeah, I'm not gonna take the double bottom middle. It comes back there. I'm still really contemplating switching to TradeOvate accounts. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as much as I want to complain that I don't want to pay extra if I'm going to use the same platform, at the same time, it's just $4. $4 more. I guess I could. They worried about a Discord. They need to change the shit they was talking about changing. Nobody care about the Discord but the mods, not you, the other mod. I was about to say Trenches, hold it. No, I'm pretty sure, like we all kind of contemplated or assumed or made educated guesses on, the last question in that survey definitely made it seem like all that stuff will end up being implemented. Of course, we won't know until they actually implement it, but I'm pretty sure that if they are, they already have a launch date, and it's probably like back end stuff that they're gonna have to not fix, but with the website having certain things, because I'm not gonna lie, the dashboard interface is very prehistoric. I don't have a problem with the way it looks. I just feel like certain things, like how other companies will show you what your highest day is, calculate what the percentage is as far as consistency goes, things like that, I feel like Apex is lacking with. Now, I don't know if it's because, like, okay, yeah, we do have a 30% rule, but it's not going to prevent you from being paid out. You could still go over it a little bit. I don't know if that's the reason, but I feel like even if you approve people at 33% or 35%, it still would be nice for the calculation to just be in the back office. Yeah, that would be nice. And then I know that there are some people that's like, I wish the back office would, some person said they wish the back office would tell them if they violated a DCA rule. Another person said that they would like for Apex to implement a way for it to lock you out of taking a trade if you DCA. Like, first of all, no. That's called taking personal responsibility. You know what the hell DCA is. Stop doing it. Duh. But yeah, some stuff people are asking for is just a little insane to me, but I do feel like some stuff is like basic stuff. But who knows, maybe if or when the changes are implemented, maybe there's going to be a whole back office interface change. We don't really know. All right, so something I've been looking at with the divergences lately, which I cannot tell, of course, in my back testing because I did not pay attention to this. But I've been noticing that, like, all right, let's say that this sell sets up right here. I've been noticing that I need to break even at the prime highs, which is why I've been, well, first of all, I draw the line to make sure that my entry bar doesn't close on it. But also I have been noticing, now this isn't an entry here because I wanted the POC to be in the body and it was in the wick. But I've been noticing that I need to break even at the prime high. So far since I've been paying attention to it, I think it's been pretty much break even, where there's, I think, 2 wins, 2 losses, and a couple of break evens. So yeah, that's something that I've been wanting to make sure that I pay attention to. I was hoping for that to be the reversal bar, and it was not. It was not. Damn, I definitely wanted it to reverse there. All right. We have failed that reversal. Time is going by so slow. I feel like I've been on the stream for way longer than 30 minutes. Within the API limits, I saw people having to call TDV for that. I don't even know if you can call them. I know that you have to email them and it takes like 5 minutes is what I was told. But I don't have 5 minutes in scalps. So the biggest thing is not knowing what the API limit is. He's not a mod anymore, but when I asked in the full port room, he was saying that I think it's like you have to hit 5,000 orders or moves or actions. Let me call it actions. You have to hit 5,000 actions per hour, I think. I feel like he said it's per hour. Even if it's per day, I shouldn't end up hitting that. Because when I calculated, like, okay, I'm trying to see if I'm going to get in this trade. But anyway, when I calculated, when I am in a trade, I think with the take profit, the stop loss, and the trailing stop, it's only like 5 actions, or I guess if you count the entry, it would be 6 actions per trade. So if I'm averaging, let's say, I don't know. Oh, fuck. If I'm averaging, let's say 10 trades a day, I shouldn't hit that. I shouldn't. But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know yet. But we'll see. I still don't know. But I know I don't have 5 minutes to wait for them. That's what I do know. Alright, so I missed this one because I didn't erase the other zone fast enough. It did react off of it. You could see with this wick right here, I would have came literally like 1 tick from stopping out. That's the other thing. Next week, my goal is just to really focus on making sure I'm not missing trades, because that screws me a lot. Like a lot. I've missed 3 trades so far today, and all 3 of them won, or 4 trades. 1 was a break even and 3 were all winners. So that's like the biggest thing. But part of that is just new things being implemented, having to remember the adjustments that I've made and stuff. But this weekend, I'm gonna like hammer the rules in my head, which most of them are already kind of there because I haven't made too big of adjustments. But yeah, I missed that one, but it's all good. And because honestly, I don't really like removing the previous zone until we actually break the current zone. So technically the zone is still valid to a certain extent. And that's kind of what had me a little bit confused with that one, because honestly, I would have probably, especially, I mean, look how fast it wicked off of it. I would have probably honestly wanted to break even anyway, really. So I won't even really count that one because we didn't break that zone. So it's technically still supposed to be there. That's not green anymore. Let's see if this works out. If it doesn't, it's because that zone is still valid. So it is still valid. Because if this zone wasn't here, I can almost guarantee you this would have worked out without stopping me out. But again, because we didn't break this zone, this is still valid. So even though the green line is not there anymore, it's still there. But again, with me just wanting to take every setup, I don't take counter trend if it touches the green line, like a sale going back towards the green line. So I'll just keep that in mind from here on out. Like, even though it's not still there, it's still there because I still have the zone drawn there, and we'll just leave it there. But I'm trying not to, I'm trying to stop sitting out of so many trades. I know I'm down more on the second account. 23. That's the account from the 17th. I still got like 1,400 left in that account, so we're good. And that's why that's exactly why, if it doesn't break the zone, it's still valid, because we pushed off of this zone that attempts to change it to a downtrend. We failed, so we literally just pushed right on up for it. So that's how I'm gonna treat it from now on, which is how I used to treat it anyway. So yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. That's just what we're gonna do from here on out. Keep it there and treat it as if it's there. But again, this is the importance of me taking every trade. All right, so we made a little bit of it back. Made a little bit back. Oh my God, it's somebody's birthday almost every day. We have so many summer babies. Summer birthdays. All right. Good morning, Rio. How are you this morning? If you trade a traditional prop on their floor, they'll stop you. Really? Sorry, you're not bothering me with any questions ever. Ever. Please never ever feel that way. I actually love answering people's questions. This is how I became a mod to begin with in their Discord. Like, I don't mind questions here because I feel like if I'm knowledgeable about something, why wouldn't I answer someone? You know what I mean? So never feel that way. If you have questions, always ask. I'd rather you know than not ask. Respected that level on the 30-second. Hell yeah. I heard missing trades. Am I? No. No, this one, like I said, I genuinely sat out of because this zone I felt like is still valid because we didn't break the new one. And then once I lost this trade, it confirmed the keep the zone there until it actually breaks. So no, I did miss some trades though. One or two I genuinely sat out of for good reason. But next week you could sue in anger, because if I told you guys what my stats were for this week, y'all would want to all stew in anger together. Like, just purely from trades that I missed, sat out of, questioned. I need to stop questioning myself. And that's what I was telling myself yesterday. Like, stop questioning yourself, because with all the adjustments that I've made over the last 5 weeks since I started trading with the POC, I've made a lot of great adjustments, and it's mainly been filtering out losses more than wins, which is really important. But the stats, when I put all of the trades that I missed, didn't take, did take, and take out the ones that are now invalid with adjustments, it's kind of sick. It's sick. It's sick. Like last week, for instance, I could have reached the payout threshold in just those 5 days. Yeah. If I traded my PA. So, which means that by Monday, I would have passed the evals. So, I think every day this week, I think one day was, let me see. I feel like one of the days was like 698. I think that was Wednesday, the day that I did not trade. I think the profit was 698. I don't remember what Monday and Tuesday were, but I know that total between the 3 days, it should have been like a $1,700 profit per account. So that's why I want you guys to get angry with me when I don't take trades. Just not today. Let's start Monday. Let's start Monday. Please, I beg of you. But yeah, like I'm so serious about just getting this done because I feel like I'm done at this point. I honestly don't feel like there's any adjustments that I can make at this point. None. I feel like I've paid attention to new things like the whole, breaking even at the prime highs. That's something that I never ever paid attention to, but I started noticing, I think last Friday, I feel like it was, because I think I took 3 divergence trades and all 3 of them stalled at the prime high or prime low, whatever. And I do remember that I won 1 and broke even on 2. But then, or maybe that was Thursday. And then like on Friday or something, I ended up missing 1 that would have lost had I not broken even at the prime high. So it's like, I feel like it'll be just little stuff like that of, hey, there's an extra time where you need to break even. But as far as the rules for the setups, I think at this point, we're good here. We're good. So I need to just take the trades and leave it there. I do. If I went from having 500, gotta put that risk on. Yeah. If I went from having $500 to $700 days on minis to having 100 to 200 on micros for the next like 5 days to claw back, do you think it'll mess up no, it should not. So here's the thing with the contract consistency thing. Don't get too caught up in trying to make your contract sizing be the exact same. What you want to more so focus on is making sure that as your balance grows, you don't decrease your contract size, because they're going to see that as a withdrawal strategy and that you probably can't trade that well because you're trying to secure the payout, right? And as many people that try to say, well, why wouldn't I want to secure my payout? The thing is, real risk management does not work that way. It doesn't. As your balance increases, your contract size increases. As your balance decreases, so you came $40 from drawdown, they would never think that you're supposed to use a mini on the next trade. You know what I mean? So with you only having $40 in drawdown, obviously you have to switch to micros. And guess what? If you only have $300 in available drawdown, obviously you should be using micros, right? So I always tell people to err on the caution of, as your balance decreases, your contract size decreases. As your balance increases, your contract size needs to increase, and leave it at that. Because if you do that and they ever ask you, hey, why is your contract sizing all over the place? If you can tell them like, hey, I risk 5% of my available drawdown on any trade, then guess what? They're going to approve you, because typical risk management rules are that way. So like, you guys have always seen me just use 1 mini, right, on every trade, because there's no point in me using anything else while I'm just developing the strategy, right? Now, once I get onto my PAs, it's going to be a little bit different. because yes, I'm going to start off on one mini, but I'm going to risk a certain percentage of my available drawdown on each trade. Now, because I probably don't want my contract sizing changing a whole lot throughout the day, I'm probably going to kind of do it in tiers of like, all right, if this is my available drawdown, this is how many contracts I'm going to use. I'm going to like do it like that, and I'll just leave it there. So if I go to the next tier, we put the next contract size on. If I drop down to the previous tier, we reduce contract sizing. You're okay to do that. Applejacks, you're just ready to yell at me and stew in anger. You got a big loss from the rhythmic issue at the start of the week, didn't you? Yeah, there was, I think the trade ended up losing like $598 or something. Yeah. Good morning, Amelia. Good morning. Good morning. Totally forgot it's a regular trading day. You ain't been trading, girl. Good morning. How are you this morning? I'm just waiting for the next setup. I know I can't take this sale here, so I'm kind of trying to see what we're looking like. But yeah, I'm feeling really comfortable in my strategy now. I'm feeling pretty confident in it as well, which is why I don't understand why I sit out of trades. I don't understand it at all. Yeah, I don't get it. I also think that it's certain things with because I've been trading the same exact setups for so long, it's just the strategy has changed over time. I think that sometimes will not necessarily confuse me, but that'll have me like sitting here wondering, and then by the time I'm like, oh no, it's fine, then the trade is gone. The trade is gone by then. But we're going to do better next week. Starting next week. We are. Do you want to flip or no? Yes, no, maybe so. No, you rather come down here and do it. Maybe. That level's not supposed to be there though. I'm gonna be mad if this wins, only because it's the green level that's throwing me off. I used to not take, so my bias is an uptrend, and I used to not take the buys if they are on the green level, because that lets me know that price is starting to move down. And obviously if the bias was a downtrend and there was a red level, it would be the same thing for the downtrend. So that's the only reason I sat out of this, because I want to see if that rule is the same, because it used to be pretty relevant, but I also used to trade different. So we'll just see how it ends up working out. Applejacks, don't get mad at me because I'm sitting out of this one for actually a good reason, because this used to be a rule of mine. We did stall, but it looks like it might actually work out. I would still be in the trade right now. Still. Now my break even would have just been set, and I would have broken even. So no harm, no foul here. But yeah, I used to do that, and for now, I'll keep that as a thing. But yeah, once it hit the middle level, it came down, came straight to where the break even was, and then popped off of it and went up. So I think I will keep that as a thing for now, because it makes the most sense, honestly. You would think that it would just be an extra level of support, but it doesn't always work out that way. Let's see. And it's coming back to it again. You're welcome, one. You're welcome. I don't trade Fridays usually. They're bad for me. The only thing I've noticed on Fridays is I cannot take counter trend divergence at new highs and new session highs and lows. Cannot. Never works. I wouldn't say never, but majority of the time does not work. Not a good win-loss ratio. I size down, but I'll still make the same amount of money. Some days I trade minis, some I trade micros, and not the same strategy. You still be in that trade right now if Rhythmic ain't gas you up. Yeah, I don't. When you're trading different strategies, that's the other thing, because you have people who, like, they scalp sometimes they're going for the intraday swing trade, and that's another reason why you might have contract inconsistency in your account, because obviously if you have a, let's say, a 20 tick stop loss, that's going to be a way different contract size than a 50 tick stop loss. So they're pretty lenient when it comes to certain things. But what you have some people doing is they will use a couple of minis to make $500 a day for the first 5 days. And then let's say they're on a 50K account. They'll do that, make $2,600. And then the last 5 days, they'll then drop down to like 5 micros per trade. You can't do that. You just can't do that. So that's like been the biggest thing in what some people are getting denied for when it comes to contract inconsistency. That part right there. All right, same thing here, where if it reverses here, I'm not going to take it because that green line is just really throwing me off, and it used to be a no trade signal. So let's just see. Now the first one we know broke even. Now I would have to manually break even there because the zigzag started off green for the divergence and went to red. However, and there's the break even. So I can't even really say for sure. I still don't know if I can take the trade or not. So I wrote on my chart zigzag change because when I go back and look at this trade, depending on how it goes, but either way, if this zigzag stays green by the time the next reversal bar paints, I wouldn't even know that the zigzag ever changed during the trade. And this is why I leave the notes on my charts when the zigzag changes, so I would lose right there, right? However, again, I would have broken even with the zigzag change anyway, so nothing lost there. But what is the other? So negative 200. So yeah, maybe the way I'm thinking with the green line is still the same thing. When am I creating my Discord? True Seeker. Now, why would I want to stress myself out with that? I don't know if I ever would. Listen, having your own platforms is a lot. Why can't we just talk here on YouTube for 2 hours a day? No, I don't know, Truth Seeker. We got to think about that. These 10 trading days, I traded only minis and added to 2 losers, which turned out to be my biggest 2 trades. Interesting. Do you normally add to losers or no? Oh, True Seeker is trying to stress me out more. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like because I can't even, not that I can't, like I'm not even super active anymore on the Apex Discord, which that is going to change pretty soon because at this point I'm not having to study as much. There has been a couple of days over the last few weeks where like by the time I finish journaling at 11:30, 12 o'clock, now I don't like saying back testing, but I'm studying and going through the data for specific parts of setups to see if I need to filter something. I have not really, I probably had to do that once this week. Yeah, probably once. That's really it. So now that I'm not having to focus so much on my own strategy, once they reopen the Discord, I will be in there more. I will. Especially because I'm not gonna lie to you, I do notice that like when I'm in there or CBD Queen, I don't know if it's just because we're women or what, but the Discord seems to be way calmer. Way more calm when we are in there. So, and plus I actually like being in there when it's not toxic. Once it starts being toxic, I leave. You guys got it. It's more about keeping up with everyone. Yeah, I know. But I just, like, YouTube is the only, I don't even use Facebook anymore. Basically, once I closed down my credit repair business, I barely ever am on Facebook. I might log in, see if it's one of my cousin's birthdays or something, and immediately log off and leave it there. I don't have Twitter. I don't have, well, I have an Instagram I don't ever use. I also have a TikTok that I might start posting content to. I don't know. The biggest thing about TikTok is that I know that you can grow there really easily and you can push people to YouTube, but I feel like it would be counterproductive for me to take all that time to edit the videos for TikTok, a short form content platform, to try to push them to YouTube, which is a long form content platform. I feel like that would be super counterproductive. Maybe it's just me, but I do. So the only social media platform, honestly, that I do use is Discord. But honestly, like once I disconnect, I disconnect. And I don't ever want to feel like I'm like, how can I say it? I don't ever want to feel like I'm abandoning any platform that I'm trying to build. You know what I mean? So like if I have a Discord, but then y'all don't see me all day, then it's like, where does hell fit? You know? So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I just know it would be a great community if I decide to do it, because toxic people are not allowed. We like the community that we're building here, and we want that to transcend into a Discord channel. I don't want toxicity. I can't. I can't. And this is coming from someone, I've never really been a toxic person, but I've dealt with a lot of like traumas and things like that growing up. So I don't know. Negative energy, toxicity, all of that stuff, it doesn't bother me, but it just like drains me big time. And that's why I disappear from Discord for days at a time, because I just can't take it. It's like there's so many things in the world to be mad at. Being mad because you were timed out for something that you shouldn't have said is not something that you should be mad at. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The 2 levels I got right there. Oh, those? Yeah. When they respect another level, I have, yeah. If they don't, then there's no reason to add. It's a bad trait. I got you. That makes sense. So like if this was a level of yours and you added at the beginning, you might add like somewhere in the middle or something and just let it go and see if it goes. That's why if you're DCAing from that standpoint, it makes sense, right? But the way that most people DCA does not make sense to me. This type of DCA, sure, we have a demand zone. I think we're going to push up, so I enter at the beginning just in case we wick off of it. Oh shoot, it came 75% into the zone. That's where my second entry is. That's my only other entry. We're good here. I think that's fine. But the DCA where, hey, I want to enter a buy, I entered here. We didn't work out. Here's the next level of support. I'm entering here. Here's the next level of support. I'm entering here. That is you just not wanting to be wrong. At least that's how I see it. When was the last trade that I took? 9:42. Okay. But the two, so 9:53, 9:57 were the two that hit the green line that I didn't really know. All right, cool. I can't really take buys unless we break 540. However, this is where things get hairy. All right, now that's a little better. It's a little better. As long as the PLC doesn't drop too far. Which it might because of how we're stalling here. Yep. Uh-oh, it just did. Alright, PLC dropped too far in this bar. I wanted it to stay on the wick. It did not. It did its own little thing. It did what it wanted to do. I hate days like today where we don't, like, we create the zones and we don't break them, because then we have this little stupid seller pressure line or down pressure line and it kind of throws things off. Just a tad. How long have we been in an uptrend bias? Since 9/18. About an hour. Can't take that by. PLC didn't clear this yellow line. Alright, now that was the only thing I wanted to take that by, which it ended up working out, but I needed it to clear here. And that was way down there. I'll be focused on trading that shit. I'll just go in there to laugh if I don't see nothing happening, basically. What I do is in DCA is just what Apex considers DCA. You know, I know what you mean, but we're talking about their definition. We pushed hard off that level. This is honestly one of my favorite indicators, which I found on a whim. I joined some free Discord that I think I was sent an invite from one of the mods. I don't know if he mods in there or what. I know he does stream in there sometimes, but yeah, I went through their free indicators and found this, and I've been in love ever since. I would like to eventually, which I mean, it wouldn't work counter trend because it's too many other things that invalidated this setup, but I would eventually want to figure out how I can trade at this level, the pressure lines, because at this point I don't ever, because a lot of times it loses, but I don't really know why. Because it's different. Like once it turns, like this one will turn green. So once it turns colors, because the level breaks, it acts so different. And I don't really understand why. All right, no sell here. Also can't take the next buy because we're starting with a double bottom, which I still have not figured out how I can trade with a double bottom start. Maybe I just can't, period, because they don't seem to work out. So I definitely have the rule of no double bottom, double top starts on my regular pullbacks, because I just can't I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. But I need to figure it out. I don't know. Maybe I need to go back to the double bottom, double top starts and pay attention to, like, just pretend like it's not there and look at the setup based on everything else, whether it's volume, where the POC is and stuff like that. Maybe that's something I need to do. I don't know. Because like if I would have done that on this trade actually would have ended up working out. Now, would I have gotten filled? There's a possibility I wouldn't have. Because this is what it looked like. So there was one tick of drawdown to go, and sometimes the lag on the data submission or order submission, I wouldn't get filled. Oh shoot. I don't know why I'm so tired. I went to bed early. I ain't buy it and it went 5 points. I know, but I couldn't. At least I sat out because it didn't follow my rules. Alright, let's touch this to the T or to the tick. Which it doesn't matter. I can't take the divergence off the high. So we'll wait for the next pullback. And I got about 30 minutes left. Today hasn't been too bad. Not bad at all. Wait, my invoice is ready. Why am I getting an invoice? Wait a minute. Something else that I've been looking at, which I'm just gonna have to document for probably a couple weeks or so, is trades like this where we're pushing back towards the session high, but we didn't pull all the way back to my minor level. I want to start looking at this again because I used to trade this way, but I stopped because like now if we're reacting off of a new session high or low, I needed to pull back to my minor level, and if it doesn't, I can't take the trade, period. But I'm starting to wonder if it's okay that I do, but if the level turns weak, then I need to break even. So we'll see. I mean, we just pull back now, but we pull back way too far. We have a zigzag change. I don't have anything right now where I could break even with that, so see what happens. Why is my computer frozen? Oh hell. All right, well, that worked out. That worked out. I was a little nervous about the double bottom end, but on my, because this wasn't, it just pulled back to my middle level. That's why it was such a deep pullback. Usually with double bottom ends for regular pullbacks, I like the POC to be in the wick, which it was on this one, and that's the only reason why I didn't question it too much. We did have a resistance level here. I wasn't worried about that because, of course, resistance becomes support and vice versa. The zigzag change threw me for a little loop, just a little bit, especially since we were pushing back towards the session high. But like I said, I don't have any rules of breaking even with zigzag changes on pullbacks to my middle or major levels, so we just had to see it through. We had to see it through. All right. I'm almost back to the starting $50,000 balance on the account 24, which I believe I started this week. I'm pretty sure I started that one this week. All right, definitely can't take this pullback. Definitely cannot. Moving companies are expensive. Yes. Very much so. Especially if you have a lot of stuff. Like, if there are certain things that you can move yourself, like smaller boxes, stuff like that, try to move some of that stuff yourself. I mean, a lot of moving companies will tell you like they have a minimum. I know here a lot of them, the minimum is 2 hours, which by the time you get to my house, wrap up my furniture and stuff, cool. But if there are certain like light boxes that you could take yourself, just do it yourself. Just do it yourself. Because some of them are just a little outrageous with the costs. Do I watch ES, Quincy? Nope. I only watch the Nasdaq, and I don't watch the time-based chart that you see over there. I only have it there because a lot of people trade time-based charts, so it resonates with them. And just to kind of show how, even though I'm trading on Rinkos and I'm not analyzing on a time-based chart, when you see my entries, you can see that it still follows the structure of a time-based chart. So that's the other reason I have it over there. But I literally only look at the Rinko chart, and that's it. I don't look at a higher time frame. I don't look at tick charts, a different instrument, none of that. And that's been my goal with developing this strategy, because I don't want people to have to learn how to make things correlate and look at this and look over here. Like, I feel like the more things you look at, especially when you're new to trading, you can kind of get screwed a little bit. Just a tad. Just a tad. All right, that zigzag just changed. So, yeah. Trenches. What's all the account sizes that you have? And what made you decide to start a 250? Because I know some people are like testing out some of the larger account sizes because of the $85 lifetime fee. But is there anything? Okay, so this is my thought process, and this is nothing against Apex or anything. Yes. Okay, good. You want to say hi to my stream?
Hi, stream. How are you guys doing? This is my big girl, my baby. I love her.
Girl, go about your business. I love you too, Mom. Good morning, Granny. I don't even know why I told her to do that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so with the larger account sizes though, is it really worth it? Because for me, when I look at the larger account sizes, I look at obviously, you know, the trail and drawdown to profit target for eval, and then on the PAs, I look at the profit target to get to payout, or the payout target with how much you can actually withdraw. And I feel like with a lot of companies, I mean, I don't look at a lot of other companies' account sizes and what the requirements are, but it's like, at least with Apex, I feel like the higher you go, the more it doesn't make sense. But I don't know. Yeah, that's my mom. Thank you. I'm going to tell her that all of y'all said hi back, because she left immediately. You only have 50K because I'm naturally a swing trader. I got you. Yeah, that's my mommy. That's my twin. That's my girl. Oh, where is... That is my girl. If she had more time, she would have sat here and I wouldn't have been able to get her off of the camera or the mic. Because she is a mess. Wait, what? Oh. You got a 250 and 50K. For some reason, I get more payouts with my 75Ks and 25K. Really? You know, Janelle, I told you, you were one of you and the mod with the P. I think y'all are the only ones that I ever really seen talk about the 75Ks. I think there was another mod who saw a 75K mention and was like, I might try that one out. I'm still like, I won't say I'm sad. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but I still sometimes think about like, man, should I have kept another 25K? But I don't know, just the mathematician in me, I'm like, I can't keep those 25Ks. Like, holding yourself out of an extra $1,000 a month per account. Even though it only lasts for 3 months, it's just, that's a lot of money if you have 20 accounts, you know? So for me, I just had to get rid of them. I mean, I'm going to keep the 125K account that I have. We'll just keep that one. But I don't know, maybe I'll look at 75Ks. I know I'll never look at the 100 plus, because none of those make sense. But maybe I will look at the 75s though. True. Out of the 250 and the 50, which one do you like the best? We trade micros on the 50K, 5 and 1 mini in the 250. I love the setup and the drawdown. 6,500 this month, girl. You got this. You got this. That is great. Like, even with, and I've continued to have to tell myself this, even with just a few accounts, you can really make some nice money. Some nice money. Like, you don't even have to max out at 20. And I feel like if you build your way up to 20, no problem. But I don't know. I feel like some people are doing themselves a disservice by trying to max out immediately, especially if you don't have the trading experience and the history, of being able to win consistently. I feel like it's a waste. Build up slowly. I don't know if I'm going to do mine in groups of 4 or 5. I mean, right now it would just be 4, but just build up slowly. Use the payouts to get the next group, and then use the payouts from that to get the next group. I just think that's the smartest thing to do, personally. All right, I can't take this buy here. Janelle has been on fire. She has. Do you have a 50K PA from the accidental? Quincy, it wasn't a 50, it was a 25, but yeah, I still have it. I do still have it. I just don't ever trade it. I traded it one time, and that was just to flip a contract because at the time I thought that my strategy was almost ready, and it was not. It was not. So, but yeah. It was not ready. So I've just been letting it sit. You can see it's still there. Once I pass my next eval, I will start trading it immediately. And I've always said that. I've always said, like, once I pass my second eval the right way, I would start trading it immediately, because by then I would have perfected my strategy in the way I wanted to, so it would make the most sense, for me to just go ahead and start trading it then. Now, if I would have YOLO'd the next eval or something, while trying to fail it and end up passing it like I did the last one, then no, of course not. I wouldn't start trading it immediately. But as long as I'm trading it the way I'm supposed to, yeah. And nothing's going to change. I'm going to trade it the exact same way. It's another reason why it was more important for me to trade the evals the way I would trade a PA. Like, I know that there are people who pass trading news and stuff like that. I just don't do that personally. I don't see a point. I just don't. I understand why some people do. And honestly, even so, let's say, I get my first payout with this first group of PAs and I'm working on the next set, I'm still going to trade them like I trade my PAs. I'm just going to copy trade them. Yeah, I'm not going to try to YOLO them with news or put 5 contracts per trade while trading the norm. I'm still going to trade just 1 mini per trade. Maybe I'll do 2, but I'm not going to full port or anything like that. I just feel like it creates bad habits. And even though it wouldn't create a bad habit with me because I'm so structured, I just don't like doing that. I don't. I'm possibly looking at, well, not if it reverses here, but I would possibly be looking for the counter trend divergence, but there's not enough volume in this swing right here, so I can't take it now. It would have to push up to probably the VWAP level line, whatever, without creating a new session high. I love the 250 because it fits my trading style. That makes sense. And I think that that's why they went ahead and did these promotions on the higher account sizes. Because I feel like I remember when I looked at the videos that came out when the whole DCA thing came out. I think it was whenever they did the first promo after that, when they talked about how like they were doing this because it seems to, the higher account sizes seem to fit a lot of people's trading styles, but because of how expensive they are, people, then go to the smaller account sizes, but they kind of screw themselves a little bit because it doesn't really fit what they're actually used to doing when it comes to whatever their trading style or strategy is. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Applejack shit. Practicing patience and consistency. I need the consistency part. Can you sprinkle it over here? And with me, the consistency, I'm failing at just taking the trades, like consistently taking the trades. Sprinkle it on me so that this weekend I can just focus on that. But I promise you guys, next week is going to be a lot different. I'm going to take these same trades. Unless it's specific things like hey, I normally don't take trades at the green level. It's at the green level. Stuff like that. If it was a previous rule and I still don't know if I want to bring it over or not, I will sit out of those. But anything else where these rules are set, baby, we're in there. Okay. Now, if I miss something, that's fine. And the thing is, like, most of the time when I miss trades, it's not because I'm like focused on the chat or anything like that. I'll just actually, what was that? I feel like it was Tuesday. Yes, it was Tuesday. When I went back and journaled Tuesday, y'all, I was like, what the hell? There were so many trades I genuinely missed. I'm staring at the charts at the time. I don't know how I missed them. I don't know if it was something where like I thought it was invalid and I'm trying not to look at my cheat sheet or something. I literally don't know. There were so many. So many. I was so disappointed in myself. I was like, how? I was literally like this. I'm writing stuff down like, how the hell did you miss that? And as the list just got longer and longer and longer, because like, okay, if it's a trade that I miss or I just sat out of, I like number those. But if it's something where like I question, so the trades earlier where, we touch this little green line down here, I don't number those. I'll make a little dot next to that one. That's how I list that one. So anything with a dot, there was something I questioned. And when I write out all the variables of the trade, I will take my green pen and I will put a box around whatever portion of this setup made me question it or whatever. Then, I'll do it that way. And yeah, there were so many numbered trades. I was like, girl, what are you doing? What were you looking at? I'm so confused. Now, sometimes I'll miss something because like, I'll be like, dang, I missed that. Or I'll question something. And I've been doing a really good job of not looking at my journal. I think I looked one time today, and that's just because I wanted to look at something real quick. But I have noticed that in the past, I will miss a trade because I'm like, wait, that just lost. Is there some portion of this that, could have possibly invalidated this? And I'll be trying to look at other trades with the same setup. Like, I got to stop doing that. If anything, if it's something that I question, like I told you guys before, I usually know what component of that setup possibly contributed to the loss. Again, nothing's going to be 100%. But if I can prevent unnecessary losses because there is a consistent pattern with the losses, well, then obviously that's what I'm going to do. But I've been trying to do a better job of not doing that mid-session and just waiting until the end. But Tuesday, I was not looking at my journal, I don't think. So I don't know how I missed those trades. I just don't know. But I've got to stop. I have to. Has any of the FUD around Apex affected my confidence in Apex? Nope. No, Quincy. Honestly, I have been in this type of public space for a long time. Like, I was in network marketing from age like 23 until I don't even know what year I would say, no, 22 until about 20, maybe 7 or 8, maybe 7. Because I started to pull back around age 25 after my grandpa died, but I was still like kind of halfway in, halfway out kind of thing. So I've seen a lot. And for me, it's okay. Here's the thing: if Apex closes tomorrow, Apex closes tomorrow. Will people be affected? Absolutely. But the biggest thing is when you had the opportunity presented to you in front of you, did you seize the opportunity? That's what matters most. Because at the end of the day, like I've said before, the only person who truly know how well or how bad Apex is doing financially is Daryl Martin himself, maybe his CFO, and anyone who works in his finance department. Aside from them, you do not know. So why stress out about the unknown? We all have a fear of the unknown when it comes to different things in life, right? And it makes sense, absolutely. But it's just like wherever you work can literally close down today, tomorrow. You could be laid off tomorrow. You could be fired tomorrow. But did you seize the opportunity of that job while you were there? That's what makes the most sense, and that's what is most important. The biggest thing for me is I also look at where did the information come from? Is it coming from the CEO of another company? Well, then I don't want to listen to you. Is it coming from some weirdo online who clearly has no critical thinking skills because they think that Apex is shutting down because they closed a Discord temporarily? You are dumb. You're an idiot. And I have no reason to think about anything in regards to what you say. You know, and again, I'm not defending Apex. I don't own Apex. I have no reason to defend a company that I do not own. Because at the end of the day, they could be doing something shady. They could not be doing something shady. I don't know. Do I think they're doing anything shady? No, but my point is, because I'm not the owner, I don't know what's going on the back end. So I'm not going to defend anything. But what I will do is make educated guesses based on common sense and leave it there. A lot of the rumors are started by other company owners. That should tell you enough. That should tell you enough. And then, like, you know, when you have someone who comes and says, well, you know, Apex, what did he say? He said that Apex doesn't make money when that guy makes money, and that's why they deny his payout. What? Do you not understand the structure of prop firms, period? Of course they lose money when you're making money on Sim. But what does that have to do with him? That doesn't single him out. That happens with everyone unless they're copy trading or they have live traders. Again, common sense. So when I get comments like that, a lot of the stuff that you see are weirdos who have nothing better to do than to waste their time on the internet, starting rumors, starting drama, like children. Like children. That's like I think it was yesterday, I was on my little burner account on Twitter, and I saw that the owner, I think he's the owner, right, of MFFU, accused, so first he said that the Top Step CEO accused him of something and that he's suing him. So then he says he accuses the Top Step owner of manipulating data or something because of something that he said on a stream in which, from my understanding, they were trying to show a new feature of liquidation or something, and he said something about that he put something in place without telling people, but he was literally referring to what he did prior to taking the trade to show the new liquidation feature. So now you've slandered this man back because according to you, he slandered you first. So it's like, and these are the people who make comments about Apex. Should Apex change some things? Absolutely. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. There's a lot of things that I feel like they can fix. Communication. I would like to see a difference in the number of trading days for payouts, even though I don't have payouts myself. It doesn't matter, right? So no, they're not perfect, but just consider where the information is coming from. Most of the time, it's coming from people you should not listen to. Honestly, it's like a catty game to them, and I just don't understand. Because for me, like, all right, let me just do this real quick. Hopefully I can find it. I can. I don't think I'm gonna get any setups, at least until that bar closes. All right, so check this. And this is just me. And again, neither one of these companies are perfect. Each company has their thing, and they have their reasons why people like them over the other, right? Let's do it this way. Top Step. $40 million paid out since 2020. That is 4 years. Apex. Double the payouts, but in 90 days. So they've paid out twice as much as Top Step does in the last 90 days compared to the last 4 years. So do I think that the Top Step CEO should be talking shit about Apex? No, it doesn't make sense. You just look like a jealous hater. Are you a jealous hater? I don't know. I don't know you, and I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm saying what you look like. Because if I saw that a company came into my space and took off, I'm going to want to learn from them. Maybe it's obviously they pay out more because of the 20 accounts, right? But also at the same time, you don't have a bunch of people taking payouts from 20 accounts. You can go look at the payout list yourself, right? You don't have a whole bunch of people withdrawing $2,000 per times 20 accounts. You don't have that. You can go look at Nutty's video that he puts out every single month on the top payouts. You do not see a lot of people with $40,000 plus, with $30,000 plus. You might see a person taking like $2,000 out from one account or 3 accounts or 5 accounts. So we can't say that it's just the 20 account thing. We can't. That does not make sense, right? So at what point do you learn from whatever they've done? Maybe it's the sales. Maybe it's not. Who knows? Maybe it's the marketing. Who knows? But I just feel like it looks absolutely insane. Stop talking shit. Keep your eyes on your own paper and build what you got going on. Make whatever you have better and more appealing. Will Apex lose customers because of some of the stuff that's going on? Yeah. But guess what? There are people who left and came right on back. You know what? The grass was not greener. I actually don't like it over there. That's all I'm saying. So no, none of the stuff these people say will ever affect me. Apex has to do something to me specifically, or to someone I know, or even if it's not anybody that I know, but you have proof. Like, let's take away the rhythmic issues and stuff, because at the end of the day, no matter how many times people have said to me, whether it's in Discord, on YouTube comments, that it's Apex that needs to take responsibility for the servers that they do not own, I don't agree with that. So let's take away like the rhythmic issues and all of that stuff, right? I don't feel like Apex is a bad company. Would it be nice if people didn't have to wait a whole week to get an answer from support? Yeah, but guess what? They're short-staffed. They're hiring more people. It's okay. They achieved hypergrowth. And sometimes that is a problem when you don't have certain things set up for hypergrowth. Maybe you didn't set up certain things because maybe you questioned how successful you could be with it. I don't know. Maybe because they had Apex investing before and you were able to create that company and be successful with it with limited staff, that you thought that you could go long enough with limited staff. I don't know. But whenever a company gradually grows, it's fine. But when you achieve hyper growth from a person who has had a business before, right? When you achieve hyper growth, it is hard to catch up, you guys. And again, I am not defending Apex. I'm just telling you guys common sense stuff. Go look it up. It does not matter what kind of company you have. If you achieve hyper growth, it is hard to catch up. Especially when you achieve hypergrowth and you continue growing past that, right? It's just hard. I'm seeing some people in the trading group I'm in posting screenshots showing Rhythmic is starting to do the disconnects again right now. Oh, hell. Well, thank God I'm done because it is 10:46. We are out of here. Now, I did see, so if you guys use Quantower, or if you see people complaining about Quantower, just so you know, Quantower, I guess because of the way that they do data loading, people have been having issues with Quantower, and I believe that the CEO put out a notice that if you're having issues to inbox him on Discord and let him know, because he's testing out a beta version of a new version that should help with the disconnects. But yeah, I wasn't disconnected, so that's good. But I'm out of here anyway. So let me show you guys the accounts. Thankfully, we ended up green on one of them. I mean, technically, I guess I shouldn't have ended green, but that's none of your business. No, I'm just playing. I should have technically not ended green on the one account, but the other one is red because it took a loss while the leader did not. And that's just because my trade copier gives each account their own orders, since I have it in orders mode versus execution mode. So I was just filled at a better price on the leader versus the follower. The majority of issues, yeah. And sometimes I wonder if, okay, I do think that also I probably don't deal with a lot of rhythmic NinjaTrader combo issues that some people deal with because I don't use a new version of NinjaTrader. I am still on a super, and I mean super old version. I use 8.0.26, which to me was the last stable version of NinjaTrader. You could argue that 8.028 was pretty stable as well, but 8.026 was the last stable version for me. Whenever I try to use, I think it was the Ringos, but I'm not sure. But whenever I try to upgrade, I can't. At some point I will have to, but I'm not worried about it until I start trading a personal account again. Then I will have to upgrade to at least 8.028. I'm not going to 8.1 nothing, but I do think that that could possibly be an issue. I'm not sure. I think it's the new versions. But yeah, all right. So let's do a quick recap real quick. I took 6 trades. So on the top accounts, I won 2, lost 3, broke even on 1. On the bottom account, I won 3, lost 2, broke even on 1. The top account is the true one because on the bottom one, I think my entry hit like 1 tick below where it was supposed to be. So when I got the 1 tick beyond the open of the entry bar, that should have stopped me out. That's why I didn't get stopped out on that one, which when I journal it, I'm going to journal it as a loss. That way, if there's anything that I can change about the setup or filter out, then I will do that. Otherwise, it's just a loss and there's nothing I could do about it. But the good thing is on account 24, I didn't really lose much this week. I only traded 3 days and basically I'm just down $60 on that particular account for the week. So not bad at all. Both of these accounts, they don't renew for a while. I think account 23 renews on the 17th, if I'm not mistaken. So I have like basically a week and a half to trade that one. And then account 24, that one just renewed. I don't know what that renewal date is. Maybe the 1st. I don't know. I think it's the 1st. So yeah, not a bad day at all. Applejacks, you have a good weekend as well. But yeah, so the focus of next week, take every trade. You guys get to yell at me and stew in anger, as Applejack says. You guys get to do that next week because I'm over myself at this point. So I'll do a little bit of studying this weekend to see if there's any adjustments that need to be made based off of the losses today, but I highly doubt it. I think today was just a couple of extra losses. And when I factor in the fact that I sat out of three, well, one of the wins I wouldn't count, because if I count that zone as still being there, I wouldn't count that one, but at least 2 full wins. So I would have still ended up positive for the day. So we're good there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And because I did not put those stupid comments on the stream because I forgot, go check it out. Y'all just go to the comment section and go humor yourselves. But yeah, I'll see you guys bright and early Monday morning. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys bright and early. You're welcome, one. See you guys later. Bye.